Let's begin by getting you all the latest updates in the Aryan Khan drug case. Day 2 of the Bombay High Court's hearing of his bail plea today. And we will, of course, see whether he will get some legal relief or not. Post 2:30 is when the hearing will begin in the Bombay High Court today. And today you can expect that the Narcotics Control Bureau will argue its case, seeking extension of Aryan Khan's judicial custody. The NCB on its part maintains that offences under the NDPS Act are non-bailable and claims that Aryan's involvement in illicit drug trafficking is apparent. Also, a possible link between Aryan and foreign drug peddlers is likely, something that they want investigated. The NCB has also said that there are clear instances of attempts to tamper with the probe and influencing of witnesses. Mukul Rohatgi, who's been roped in by Shah Rukh Khan, is representing Aryan in court. He argued that there's been no consumption, no recovery and no evidence that shows Aryan's participation in the so-called conspiracy and abetment as alleged by the NCB. For Aryan, if he's not granted relief in the next 3 days, he will have to stay in jail till November 15th, since court will be closed then for Diwali holidays.
On Tuesday, former Attorney General Mukul Rohatgi, one of the sharpest legal minds in India, joined Aryan Khan's defence team. What followed was the most forceful argument so far in Aryan Khan's defence, ever since he was held in the cruise drug bust case. Mukul Rohatgi sought to dissect each of the arguments raised by the Narcotics Control Bureau to keep Aryan Khan behind bars. The former Attorney General said there is no case to keep Aryan Khan in jail as no drugs were found on his person, and the only person he was connected to in the cruise was Arbaz merchant. Rohatgi said as far as Arbaz case was concerned, the drugs found on him were just 6 grams. The NCB said they wanted to keep Aryan Khan in custody as there was apprehension of influencing witnesses and tampering with evidence. The former Attorney General said there was no evidence, so there was no question of tampering with evidence. Rohatgi also rejected the WhatsApp chats as evidence, saying they were from 2018 and 19 and in no way connected to the current cruise bust. All the chats that took place were overseas and not on the cruise ship. He emphasized this argument by saying Aryan Khan's phone was not even seized. Rohatgi asserted that the controversy between political parties and the Narcotics Control Bureau should not have any impact on Aryan Khan and his bail. The legal team has already distanced Aryan Khan from the witnesses and the alleged payoff. On Wednesday, the NCB lawyer will contest Rohatgi's arguments. Who wins is anybody's guess. Will Aryan Khan go home after 3 weeks in prison, or will he have to spend more time in Arthur Road jail? With Saurabh Vakhtania and Arvind Ojha, Bureau Report, India Today.
So what can we expect in the Bombay High Court today? I want to take this across now to Pankaj Upadhyay, who's joining us live from Mumbai with the latest updates on the story. Pankaj, good morning. Yesterday we saw Aryan's legal team, Mukul Rohatgi, putting out one argument after another. And today perhaps we'll get answers on how the NCB plans to counter Aryan Khan's legal team. We already got a sense from the affidavit in which they've now named SRK's manager, Pooja Dadlani, as well.
Good morning, Akshita. So today is another big day for Aryan Khan. It remains to be seen whether he is finally going to head home from the Arthur Road jail or not. But the arguments for the bail plea will continue today as well. Yesterday we've seen how Mukul Rohatgi mounted the arguments in favor of Aryan Khan, maintaining that there is no case whatsoever because there has been no recovery, no consumption, there has been no possession, and that there was no medical test done to prove consumption as well. And he said that the guy is 23 years old and rather he should be sent to rehab rather than jail as well. Also, he has ruled out the charges of conspiracy, saying that Aryan Khan, except for Arbaz merchant, does not know anybody, and that he was apprehended before he could mount the cruise. And therefore, Mukul Rohatgi maintained and his battery of lawyers maintained that there was no case against Aryan Khan, and that his case particularly was different from others as he had no connection with anybody. He was invited as a special invitee on the cruise. But on the other hand, now it remains to be seen what sort of an argument, what sort of an counter-argument is the Narcotics Control Bureau going to put up today. As we've seen, NCB, has often turned up with interesting facts, and from day one they have been maintaining they have a watertight case, not just on the basis of WhatsApp chats between Aryan Khan and Achit Kumar, but NCB also maintains that they have certain crucial details with regards to foreign transaction, and perhaps that the arrested accused were dealing in illicit trade as well. So it remains to be seen what sort of argument will the NCB put forward today. But the fact remains, today is a crucial day for Aryan Khan with his entire high-powered battery of lawyers behind him, mounting the arguments. It still remains to be seen as to what the plan of action of NCB today is really going to be, because that, to a great extent, is going to determine the future of Aryan Khan.
Right. So post 2:30 is when we're expecting the hearing to resume in this case in the Bombay High Court. Pankaj, for the moment, thank you for joining us. But it's, time is of the essence for Aryan Khan and his legal team. Here's why. They essentially have 3 days to ensure that the order comes from the Bombay High Court in his bail plea. So that's today, tomorrow, as well as the day after. By Friday, they're hoping to wrap up this case. Why? Because after that, the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, is closed. The court doesn't function on the weekends. And then you have the Diwali break, which is an extended almost 2-week break. So which means at that point, no hearing can actually happen in the Bombay High Court. The weekend, as I mentioned, you're not going to see the court functioning. And after that also, all through from November 1st all the way to 12th of November, the court is going to remain closed for Diwali break. And right after that is the weekend. So 13th, 14th also gone, which means 15th is the next date when the hearing can actually resume if it doesn't get completed in the next 3 days. And that will mean that Aryan Khan remains in the Arthur Road jail during this entire period.